everyone, and welcome to Clark's in Parks. So we are so excited. We finally got our little runaway camper, and we decided to spend our first night in our camper at Scales Lake Park in Boonville, Indiana. So this is actually a park that's really special to me. I grew up going there. My grandparents were the campground hosts. My grandpa worked there for many years. It was actually my first job. And we've had lots of family Thanksgivings there. I had my bridal shower in the shelter house. We had our son's first birthday party there. So we wanted to make sure that our first night in our camper was somewhere special to us, but also somewhere close to home because we're tent campers traditionally, and we were a little worried that we would forget something or not have everything that we need. And we also were a little worried about our dog, who we've never taken camping before. So we wanted to be close to home in case we needed to go. But everything worked out really well. So the weather was a little bit dreary while we were there. I feel like that always happens. It's always rainy when we go camping, but normally we're in a tent and we get very wet. So it was nice to be in our little camper. Scales Lake has a beautiful lake. In the summer, their beach area is open. You can swim in the lake. They also have a water slide that's actually separate. It has a pool that you can't swim in, but you can ride on the water slide, which is a nice thing if you have kids or grandkids. We also love to just walk there. There's a lot of nice places to walk. My husband loves the trails. He runs on the trails quite often. There's a lot of mountain bikers and people who bike on the trails. So the campground has a lot of pull-through sites. So there's usually a lot of big rigs there. We obviously don't have any trouble getting into any spot with our little runaway, but there are some really nice full hookup sites. We prefer to camp on the Pavilion Road. So if you look on Scales Lake website, at the campground map, there's a part called Pavilion Road. That's where I usually like to camp. We usually camp there with our tent, but they have recently made those full hookup sites, and you actually can't put a tent there anymore. So if you are in a camper, those are the sites that I prefer. They're just a little more secluded than some of the other ones. You're not in that main campground area. Something else that we really like about the park are the number of playgrounds. So the playground that's in the main campground can get very, very busy, especially if you have a little bitty one like we do. He didn't stand a chance with all the other big kids running around over there. So Pavilion Road has its own playground. That one is our favorite. There also is one down by the beach area. So if one playground is busy, you can just go to a different. Run the steps. You may hold your cup.
No. How do you read that?
Yeah, big slide.
Guy.
Ooh, oh, it's wet. Come on. What makes Scales Lake really special is the petting zoo. So the petting zoo has chickens and rabbits and goats and little pony or a miniature horse. I don't know the difference. I called it a miniature horse, and then my mom told me it was a pony, so no one really knows. But goats, there are lots of goats, and those are my favorite animal ever. And there are some peacocks. That's one of my son's favorite words to say, peacock. So that is something that you don't get, especially at a county park. So there's just something extra special about being able to go to the petting zoo. It's just something different that Scales Lake offers that a lot of other places don't offer. So, Scales Lake is a wonderful little park. If you're pretty close to southern Indiana, or if you're passing through southern Indiana, or even if you are making a special trip to Holiday World, instead of staying at a campground closer to Holiday World, Scales Lake is also another great option. Like if you can't get into Lincoln State Park or Lake Rudolph, Scales Lake is an awesome place to stay if you're going to go to Holiday World. Another recommendation I have, if you are there in season, you have to go to Tasty Freeze, which is the very best part of Boonville, and get some ice cream and a chili dog. It's very close to Scales Lake. You could ride your bike there, definitely. So, our first night in our Runaway was successful. It is so exciting to finally have a camper. My son really loved it. Camping is just so toddler friendly. And we had an excellent time at Scales Lake Park. I would highly recommend it. So thank you so much for watching Clarkson Parks, and we hope that we can go some new places to show you soon. So thank you.
Go back, another one. Okay, go put it over there. All right, yay! You got this one? Okay.
Good job.
Hog on. Yay! Yay! Of course.
Clarkson Parks.